The challenge of not being greedy in the market is one that many traders face, especially when the temptation to chase bigger gains overrides your initial plan. How do you handle this urge? The key is discipline, a steadfast commitment to following your strategy, regardless of how enticing those bigger profits may appear. To cultivate this discipline, you need a well-constructed system. You build it, test it, and most importantly, you follow it without deviation. When the urge strikes to ignore your established rules, that's when discipline matters most. It's similar to the mindset required for losing weight. You know that in order to reach your goal, you need to eat fewer calories than you burn. The fact that you're consciously eating less doesn't mean that a slice of pizza or a sugary drink won't still look appetizing. Of course it will. But discipline is choosing not to indulge in that cake or that pizza because you understand that doing so will compromise your bigger objective. The same principle applies to trading. If you want to be a long-term, consistent, and profitable trader, you sometimes have to act against your emotional impulses. You have to follow your system and stick to your take-profit levels, even when your emotions are screaming at you to go for more. This is the essence of discipline, doing the opposite of what your emotions want you to do when you know it's the right course of action. Now, it's important to note that discipline doesn't mean ignoring insights that might improve your strategy. If you consistently find that your trades seem capable of going further than your planned take-profit level, you can investigate that. Test it, run it through your process, and determine if there's a logical adjustment that can be made to improve your approach. Let your emotions serve as a potential signal for ideas to test, but never let them dictate your actions in the moment. Acting on feelings without a plan, whether it's greed, fear, or impatience, is what often leads to losses. You may get away with it once or twice, but over time, emotional decision-making will sabotage your trading success. Building discipline is like building a muscle or creating any healthy habit. The initial stage is the hardest, the point when you have to be hyper-aware of every decision you make. It's no different when learning to trade. You must be conscious of your actions, aware of your emotions, and alert to those moments when you feel the temptation to break your rules. Rather than trying to eliminate your emotions, recognize them for what they are: signals. Your feelings are not enemies, they're information. But it's up to you to interpret that information and decide if it serves your best interests, or if it's simply a fear or urge that needs to be managed. The next time you feel like moving your stop loss or shifting your take-profit level higher, pause. Ask yourself, is this the emotional brain talking? Often, the right action is the opposite of what you feel like doing in that moment. If you've set your take-profit based on a tested system, then honor it. Trust the system, not the noise. This is why traders are always advised to have a clear, written set of rules and a predefined plan, so that when emotions rise, the plan becomes the guide. Ultimately, trading discipline is about being comfortable with discomfort. It's about learning to act in your own long-term best interest, even when it means resisting the temptation to grab seemingly bigger opportunities. Remember, the market will always present new opportunities, but you need to be prepared to seize them with clarity and a disciplined mindset, rather than impulsivity. Stick to your process, trust in your plan, and over time you'll cultivate the discipline needed to thrive in the markets.